I am trying to make an actual TV show.
It's so hard to find a funny show that isn't filthy. I watch them, but I don't want to.
Let's do this.
Fire, like lots of fire.
So dedicated.
So cool. Where's it go from there, you know?
Oh, have I got your attention now?
This is bigger than you can handle.
Got any plans for tonight?
What are you waiting for? Let's go.
Cool? Absolutely!
Good evening, everyone. Hi. My goodness. I'm Lauren Sloan. I am the festival producer this year at SeriesFest. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is such a special event, and I am just so honored to continue to do this. The Storyteller's live read is really something special and unique to SeriesFest. This year, we're really excited to be celebrating this script for a lot of reasons, but we have a very homegrown cast this year as well. With that in mind, I want to talk to you, or I want to bring up a couple people that are going to be telling you about Colorado and all of our amazing cultural programs. Deborah Jordy is the CEO of Deborah? I can't. SCFD. And Deborah's going to come up and talk to you for just a second.
Thank you so much, Lauren. Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you all. It's a mouthful. It's the Scientific and Cultural Facilities District. I want to use it as a theater tool when you're doing, runs. But yes, anyway, so we are so happy and proud to support SeriesFest. Now, in the past, in the future, for what SeriesFest brings to Colorado, to the metro area, in terms of, how all of our local folks can engage with all this amazing talent. And really, now more than ever, a time to really think about meaningful topics, important things for all of us. So thank you to SeriesFest for letting us support them. It's very important. So SCFD, Scientific and Cultural Facilities District. We are the second largest cultural tax in the United States. It's 1 penny on every $10 that you all pay when you're here, whether it's a hamburger or swag, hats out at the SeriesFest setup, or you're buying your new Maserati, whatever you're buying, the tax goes, or your new old, beater car. Everything goes to supporting, 1 penny of $10 goes to support arts and culture. And this has been a game changer for all of us for the last 30 years. It's created a cultural environment in Metro Denver, from Boulder to Douglas. We have a footprint about the size of Delaware and Rhode Island put together. But the amazing thing is, thanks to everyone keeping our economy strong and for voting whenever we come back to a vote to say that, yes, we need to tax ourselves for culture, we have a very strong arts economy. Last year, we funded and distributed a total of $84 million. Yes, $84 million. So, we keep our economy strong, keep spending money for all our visitors here. I hope you spend a lot of money. And we love having you here. And thank you for having us. And I look forward to spending time here this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Of course you can.
I'll make it sure. I said I'd be 3 minutes, but I got to have a huge, big shout out to our local actors that are all over here. Jada, you all are awesome. The talent that happens in this community, in our theater community, in our film community, is off the charts. So thank you for what you do for all of us. Thank you.
We have a lot of cooks in the kitchen tonight, but I really want to bring up someone that's very special, Call to Adventure Media, Liz Kashian, cheering for herself, and Betsy Layton. They've been very instrumental in the process of developing this script, and I want to let you guys talk about it a little bit.
Thank you so much.
Yes, hello everybody. Hello, we're very excited to be here. We are Call to Adventure. We're a writer development company, and we've been working together as a team for years now, Betsy and I, doing writers' rooms. Some of you out there have been in them, and we've enjoyed having you. What we do is we have 3 days, it's usually a weekend, where we take your beautiful children, and we hone it, we hone your scripts, we deepen the characters, we help you find a more stronger vision for your show. And this year we worked with Harold Abrams, who I'd like to stand up, Harold. We had a really great time with Harold. We worked for the 3 days, and then we also worked with him over the year, which is part of what we offer. We work on two revisions of the script after you work with us in the room. So this is something we offer, and we give away one of these rooms to SeriesFest, and you can apply to get one of these rooms yourself. So just go through the portal, the secret portal of SeriesFest.
And I just want to say thank you, Harold, for bringing us into a world. The most amazing thing about what we do is we get to go into all sorts of different worlds and meet different characters, and your world was filled with humanity and beauty, and we love you. And our winner of the next year, we're going into a different world. It's called Team Sports, and she's out here somewhere, so congratulations, Jody Berger. We're going into the world of professional sports next. So Harold, congratulations.
All right, folks. Caldwell Adventure Media, SAG-AFTRA, SCFD, got it that time. Thank you all so much for supporting the program. We're going to get to it, guys. I want to, again, thank Harold for writing this amazing script, but just to set the tone, this script is a dramedy about a disgraced funeral planner who returns home to rebuild her reputation and reclaim her dominance in the competitive and sometimes funny death business. This is a really homegrown project, as Harold is from Denver. So we're really rooted in Denver storytelling, Denver actors that I would like to bring up now. You guys, I'm going to call your name, and would you come take your seat? Abner Genece. Andre Jones. Orion Carrington. Golden Goodwin. Saw the hat. Jada Dixon. Simone St. John. Natalie Oliver Atherton. Chiké Okonkwo, who's not from Denver, but we like to claim him anyway. Amber Ashley. Ken Thong. Joey Severns. Juan Mendoza Solis. And Sam Gilstrap. Before we get started, I have to pass it off to my partner in crime, Denzel Whitaker. We cannot do a live read without you. Thank you so much for being here and lending your talents. An incredible actor, incredible soul, incredible supporter of SeriesFest, Denzel Whitaker.
Oh my God. What is up, people? How y'all doing tonight, huh? Yeah, give a hand clap to yourself. And a hand clap to this lovely ensemble up here, please. Now, you're going to be clapping louder than that when we get done, because we have such an exciting show planned for you. First of all, thank you, Harold, for trusting me with your baby. This is such a fun script. From the moment I immediately read it, I called up Lauren, which she's right, partner in crime, because we're always on the phone. We do a daily check-in at this point. That's how serious we run a tight ship around here. But we care. She cares, and she literally brought me into the fold of SeriesFest a couple years ago, and I'm completely honored just to be a part of this family. Thank you so much. Thank you for trusting me to come back and do this again. I really appreciate it. Harold, thank you for trusting me with your baby. we are bringing it to life, as you've already seen. I am so proud and just grateful to Liz, to Betsy. Thank you guys, to SeriesFest. Listen, we are surrounded in the death business, so if you enjoy these lovely wreaths on stage, thank you, Betsy, for organizing these together. 1 live, 2 fake, you know? But we're just going to pretend they're all real. And again, please, my lovely cast up here, thank you all for trusting me with your instruments. You guys are phenomenal. We just did a rehearsal. Killed it. Killed it. You don't even know. But listen, we're going to put it on its feet. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the lovely music coming in. Some soft medleys, some organs, some ditty, which we're not going to talk about. But nevertheless, this is Grave Affairs, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy yourself.
Grave Affairs, written by Harold Abrams. Teaser. Begin dream sequence. Exterior, contemporary New York City, West Village day. Busy car and pedestrian traffic navigate cobblestone streets. A horse-drawn carriage hearse driven by Patrick Bell, black male, funeral director, 50s, with a neon-lit sign, Dollar Funeral Home, We Love Bodies, emerges and lands in front of a exterior, New York City, West Village, glamorous townhouse, continuous. A disheveled attorney, black male, 50s, stands below the townhouse steps, wailing as 2 funeral workers carry a body on a stretcher out of the home. Across the street, a reporter, early 30s, stands in front of a local TV news truck.
A prominent attorney returning from an overnight business trip arrived home finding his wife shot to death from an alleged suicide.
Patrick approaches the sobbing attorney standing next to the stretcher, then pulls back the sheet, revealing a dead woman, black, late 40s, with a gunshot wound to her chest.
A bullet to the heart. I'm so sorry for your loss, sir.
A red light pulsates over the left chest of the attorney's suit jacket.
I can tell your love for her was priceless. That'll be $10,000.
As the attorney pulls a wad of cash from his pant pocket, then counts bills into Patrick's hand, a designer handbag plops on top of the stretcher. Manicured female hands grab the rails. An elegantly dressed EVELYN Bell, black, 50, megawatt determination, kidnaps the stretcher and pushes it down the street screaming.
You greedy motherfucker! You think you can have all the bodies?
What are you doing? You're destroying a family.
EVELYN looks up. Patrick morphs into the attorney.
Don't blame me. I thought we were in this together. You're just as guilty as I am.
The attorney lovingly locks eyes with EVELYN. She exhales an uncomfortable smile. He slaps her across the face. End dream sequence. Interior, New York City, West Village apartment, bedroom, day. A modest pre-war space. A sweaty EVELYN suddenly wakes up, then pushes the sheets off her. Interior apartment, living room, continuous. EVELYN slams a window shut.
Damn, loud-ass city.
She sits down on the sofa, then lifts a set of papers from the coffee table. Petition for divorce. Annoyed, she throws the papers down, landing next to a handbag, which she rummages through, pulling out a cigarette lighter and joint. She takes a hit of the joint, falls back on the couch, then closes her eyes. Her cat nap is interrupted by the ringtone of her computer in the background. Interior apartment, kitchen continuous. EVELYN rushes in, then taps the screen of her laptop, sitting on the counter. Dr. Laura May Love, striking black woman, 79, appears on the screen. EVELYN's face warms as she hugs the computer closer to her.
My guardian angel. Dr. Love, how are you?
EVELYN, I need you.
Taken aback by her sharpness, EVELYN sits up at attention.
I don't have long.
The cancer?
EVELYN's eyes water.
But, you look at, I thought...
I don't have time for what you think.
Dr. Love holds a folder up to the screen.
It's all right here.
What about your family?
No, you're the one I want to do this. Everything you need to know, everything you need to meet with is right here.
Suddenly, Savannah Love Ross, black woman, 49, real housewife wannabe, appears over the shoulder of her mother on the screen. EVELYN's eyes widen.
Good morning.
Is that right? Mother, we need to get you ready for your appointment.
I wish you two would stop this.
Come on, Mother.
I have to leave. Do this for me. I love you, child.
Wait. What do you want?
I'm turning this thing off.
Savannah death stares Evelyn through the screen as she closes the laptop. The video disappears. Interior apartment, living room day. Evelyn is talking on her phone.
So, is the offer still on the table?
She listens, nodding her head.
All right. I'm coming home.
Exterior, Denver, Colorado, day. Downtown Denver skyline with the Rocky Mountain foothills in the background. Interior, car moving continuous. On the highway, Evelyn sits in the back of a car service scrolling through her phone. She stops at a news article with a photo of Dr. Love. Newspaper headline, prominent Denver obstetrician Dr. Laura May Love loses battle with colorectal cancer. Evelyn lets out a deflated sigh, falls back in the seat, then stares out the window. Exterior, Mercy Funeral Home day. A large converted craftsman ranch-style home with challenged curb appeal. On the front lawn sits a wooden sign, Mercy Funeral Home and Crematory. Interior, Mercy Funeral Home, lobby, day. Kenya Alexander, black, 35, co-owner, eternal debutante, fish out of water, paces back and forth in front of her fiancé. Harvard Alexander, black, 40, funeral director, former military officer.
Harvard, you gave that woman a job?
I did.
And you said she could live here too?
I did.
How embarrassing.
Kenya, come on. This is good for us.
I have the utmost respect for you, Harvard, but I'm not going to pretend that I'm happy about that woman working here.
Is that right?
Interior, Mercy Funeral Home, foyer, same time. Evelyn stands eavesdropping with a mischievous smile.
Look, Evelyn is a legend, as you well know. She buried 300 bodies in 1 month.
Urban tale. I'm telling you, that woman has no business working here.
Without anyone noticing, Evelyn walks into the room.
Good afternoon.
In sync, Harvard and Kenya turn around.
That woman is here.
End teaser. Act 1, interior, Mercy Funeral Homes, upstairs, apartment day. A humble room, outdated wallpaper crinkles the walls. A sliver of light peeks through dingy window blinds, landing on Evelyn, standing in front of a full-length mirror, posing in practice, smiling. Her smile turns to a grimace as she looks around the room at her designer luggage, arguing with furniture, begging to be put in a landfill.
Hey, Evelyn. Let's get to work.
She looks around the room again. What have I gotten myself into? And walks out of the door. Interior, Mercy Funeral Home, visitation room day. Evelyn is looking inside an open casket at a naked male body, white, 50, except for a towel covering his private parts. A bunch of colorful rubber ducks are randomly placed alongside his body.
He's pretty young.
Yep, Sam Coker, 50. Routine colonoscopy gone wrong.
Evelyn lifts up the towel, then takes a peek. The flaccid, circumcised penis is dark purple. She holds up a duck.
These?
Yeah, family said he likes taking baths.
She steps back, inspecting the casket.
Let me guess, a rental?
Oh, you betcha.
They both laugh, but Evelyn's face turns to concern.
Look, I know this isn't what you're used to.
Evelyn avoids eye contact with Harvard as she reaches inside the casket, rearranging the ducks around Mr. Coker's body.
Well, the tables certainly have turned.
Yes, but I've still got a lot to learn.
Harvard is curious at her determination to arrange the ducks.
We're just gonna cremate him. The family will pick him up next week.
You heard about Dr. Love?
Oh, yeah. You know what they say in the death business.
Sad news travels quickly. Bless Dr. Love. Phenomenal woman.
Yeah. How many babies do you think she delivered?
Most people I know. I can get her.
Say what?
She looks around the room.
This place could use all kinds of upgrades. Imagine it. One of Denver's most prestigious community members, Dr. Love's body at Mercy.
Harvard likes the sound of that. He looks down and is annoyed to see all the ducks have been perfectly lined up with their beaks facing the body.
You know, you didn't need to.
What?
Never mind.
Okay, what else you got laying around here?
Interior, Mercy Funeral Home, cold room day. Evelyn and Harvard stand over the dreary body of Mrs. Jones, black, 45, laying on a steel table. Evelyn shivers.
Ooh, long as I've been doing this, I never could get used to the cold in these things. Whew. So how long's she been here?
I got it this morning. Bacon gone bad. Well, according to her daughter, she fell on a hot open oven door. Banged her head real good. It was cinnamon rolls, if I'm not mistaken.
Evelyn squints, taking a closer look at Mrs. Jones' forehead.
You got a big old bruise on the forehead, then these bloody marks on the side of her head. Well, I've seen all kinds of accidents on dead bodies. You need to get this checked out.
Exterior Mercy Funeral Home driveway day. A white van labeled Denver Medical Examiners parked in the driveway. A police car sits behind it. Police officer Red, 40s, follows two technicians rolling Mrs. Jones' sheet-covered body on a stretcher toward the van. Kenya jumps in front of the officer.
What are we supposed to tell the family?
Ma'am, we're on orders from the medical examiner.
Evelyn and Harvard bump up next to Kenya.
Calm down, Kenya.
No, they're taking good money out the door.
Miss Evelyn, is that you?
Hey, Red. Sometimes the ME gets lazy and signs off on things they shouldn't. Seen it a million times.
You did this?
I made the call.
Harvard steps up, claiming his power. Kenya's eyes shoot daggers back and forth between Evelyn and Harvard as she turns to walk back to the entrance.
So this is what I gotta deal with?
Officer Red signals the technicians to load the body into the van.
You good folks, take it easy. Can't believe you're working at this dump.
Man, come on. This is my business you're talking about.
All right, get out of here, Red.
Evelyn puts her hand on Harvard's back, guiding him back to the front door.
Nothing like the first day of work. So what are you going to tell the family?
I'm not telling them anything. You are.
Interior Mercy Funeral Home planning office day. A large monitor on a wall plays a slideshow of casket options. Sitting behind the desk, Evelyn dials her phone, then runs a finger across the desk, checking for dust. Interior Love Art Gallery, main room, same time. A large converted railroad tunnel spotlighting modern and contemporary black paintings and sculptures. Barry, black, sexy motherfucker, 30s, assembles large wooden frames on a table. Savannah emerges from an alcove, wiping tears from her cheeks. A phone rings. She reaches inside her sport coat pocket, takes out a phone, then looks at the screen. Evelyn, and winces. Intercut phone conversation.
This isn't a good time, and you very well know that.
Savannah, I'm sorry about Dr. Love. This is painful.
You're calling to tell me about your pain?
Your mother is the closest thing.
Hold up. Don't you dare. She's not your mother.
Well, I loved her like a mother. You know better than this.
The only thing I know is you left. I begged you to stay. You could have helped, but your selfishness...
Selfish? Everyone was blaming me. I needed to leave.
Not everybody was against you.
I'm back, and I'm working at Mercy.
Mercy? Patrick's not gonna like that.
It's not up to my husband.
Talk about a fall from grace. So that's what you're up to? Business as usual?
Your mother told me to make sure her wishes were fulfilled.
How about you let me handle my family's business? My mother is not about to get her final rest at some third-rate funeral joint. Goodbye, Evelyn.
Savannah joyfully hangs up her phone. Frustrated, Evelyn throws hers down on the desk. Interior, Mercy, kitchen day. Kenya is pouring a cup of coffee. ZODIAC ITO, Asian American, 26, adventurous artist, rushes in, putting on a lab coat while trying to catch his breath. His entire left arm is tattooed. He grabs a cup and eggs on Kenya to fill it.
Bro, it was all crunched and smashed up. Shit was everywhere.
What are you talking about, Zodiac?
A fucking car accident, man. Like some people got seriously hurt.
Hey, anybody die?
Oh, man. You're really here?
You must be Zodiac. This place isn't all doom and gloom after all.
Kenya grabs her coffee, then frowns herself out of the room. Zodiac shows Evelyn a picture of a corpse in a casket.
Okay. This grandma lady was minding her business on her front porch. Gang crossfired, wiped her out. Pow, pow! Wait, those curls?
Mm-hmm.
He mocks twisting a curling iron.
Wow. So you get your iron real hot, grab the head, turn 180-degree angle, and twist tight?
Does the family know you're showing pictures?
Zodiac shrugs.
Mr. Coker is out of the casket.
Harvard marches in.
Without your help, I might add. We need to get things fired up. Come on.
Gotta bounce.
Zodiac gives Evelyn a high five as he exits with Harvard. Exterior, Bell Mortuary Day. A crowd of mourners exit a mini mansion, passing a limousine and hearse parked in a round driveway. A large engraved marble slab sits in the center of the property's manicured lawn. Bell Mortuary. Interior, Bell Mortuary, Chapel Entrance Day. Patrick Bell, 53, former pro basketball player, arrogant as fuck, hugs a grieving man, 30s, and his young son, 10.
Seriously, just thank you for making this so special.
The man pulls his son next and lifts his cell phone.
Hey, would it be okay if we... yeah, listen, I'm glad to be of service.
As the father and son's face light up for their selfie moment, Patrick looks at his watch, then waves over an usher to escort the clients down the hall. Interior, Bell Mortuary, Patrick's office, continuous. Patrick blasts into his plush office, passing a glass case filled with trophies and sports memorabilia. He takes a seat behind the desk and shouts at a 65-inch flat-screen TV showing the basketball game.
Defense is sleeping. Come on.
Patrick rummages on his desk for his cell phone, dials the number, pushes the speakerphone, then puts his feet up on the desk. Interior, Mercy, planning office, day, same time. As Evelyn directs Zodiac to move the old desk out of the office doorway, her cell phone rings. She walks over to the compact conference table and reaches inside a fancy handbag. Patrick pops up on a phone screen. She frowns, but answers while looking up to the monitor playing the basketball game. Intercut phone conversation.
Don't blame me. Your team is losing.
Have you signed the divorce papers?
Oh, no hello. How you doing? Fuck you.
Evelyn, I know you're in town. Do you really think Skeet wasn't going to tell his pops you were in Denver?
Is turning our son against his mother some kind of tactic?
You heard him. He knows what you're all about.
Oh, what am I all about?
Kenya appears in the doorway, shaking her head at the missing desk.
The Joneses.
Evelyn looks over and sees Mr. Jones, black, blue collar, gruff, and Romaine Jones, black, 21, thrift store, hip, standing in the doorway.
I gotta go. I'm working at Mercy.
She hangs up.
Mercy.
Patrick falls back in his chair. Interior, Mercy planning office, continuous. Mr. Jones slings his construction worker coat over a chair and joins Evelyn and Romaine seated at the conference table. Romaine tugs the sleeve of her retro Rolling Stones t-shirt.
They just took my mother's body away?
The medical examiner wants to take a second look.
Romaine looks over to her father.
She fell.
Mr. Jones stares at Evelyn.
This is about money.
No, Mr. Jones. This
A
isn't
holdout.
Dad, please.
Trying to get us to pay for a funeral we can't afford.
He looks over to his embarrassed daughter.
This one had to drop out of college.
Mr. Jones reaches out and puts his hand on top of Romaine's. Evelyn notices a burn mark across Mr. Jones's forearm. He sees her, then pulls his sleeve down.
I know this isn't what you were expecting.
We're expecting to get her in the ground.
End Act 1. Act 2, Interior Medical Examiner Building, Morgue, day. Evelyn and Medical Examiner Nate Powers, 45, black, urban cowboy, stand in front of a wall covered with pictures of Mrs. Jones' battered head.
Family says that she was taking a platter out of the oven and fell. Initially, the burn markings on her head were consistent with the seared skin residue found on the oven door.
So the burn killed her?
Maybe.
He leads her to a cooler door, then pulls out Mrs. Jones's body. He turns the head.
It's the impact I was looking at. This particular wound is severe.
I knew it.
The burn marking combined with the damage to the oven door, well, we might be looking at something that's more consistent with blunt force.
So not an accident.
Nate pushes the body back inside the cooler, then closes the door. He's finished talking about Mrs. Jones.
Oh, I see.
Evelyn winks at Nate, then points to the other coolers.
Is there anybody I can take with me?
She tugs one of the body cooler doors open, revealing the back of the head of a young blonde female.
This one got any plans yet?
And nobody's ready for you yet.
She runs a flirty finger across his chest.
Nobody.
Why are you fishing around these parts when you got a queen out there whose body is dead?
She raises her eyebrows.
Dr. Love? Now that would be a boss move.
Evelyn turns her back.
Yeah, it would.
Interior Bell Mortuary, Patrick's office, day. Patrick sits behind his desk facing Savannah and her husband, Jonathan Ross. White, 39, straight out of the preppy handbook. Jonathan pulls the Dr. Love folder out of his bag and puts it on the desk.
No, I will not be embarrassed. Mother is going to have a traditional and, most importantly, respectful funeral. Have you comprehended who will be attending?
Savvy, baby, I'm fully aware.
Our clients! The foundation board! Her peers, for God's sakes!
But Dr. Love made her wishes very, very clear.
Jonathan begins to open the folder. Savannah reaches over, then closes it with her hand.
Please, if I may step in here. Savannah, we go way back. This is a difficult time, and Dr. Love was an outstanding woman, and we intend to give her a memorable celebration that, yes, honors her life and achievements. She delivered most of us in our circle. I mean, most of our children. Bell Mortuary would be privileged.
Your mother made her wishes very clear.
That's right! My mother!
Patrick reaches out, then cups Savannah's hands, secure in that bag.
Savannah, if it's traditional you want, we'll make sure that happens.
Jonathan falls back in his chair. Interior Love Art Gallery, main room, day. Savannah approaches a lone customer admiring a painting.
Isn't that a beautiful piece? Are you a collector?
The admirer turns around.
EVELYN!
Savannah turns to walk away. Evelyn holds her back.
You know better than anybody I had to get out of town.
It's been difficult these past few months.
Savannah tears up.
As sick as she was, your mother talked to me at least once a week, trying to help me figure out things.
Evelyn starts to cry.
Just like she's done most of my life.
They turn and stare at a painting. Silence.
What do you want?
I want to honor your mother. She asked me to do this.
Evelyn looks over to a corner of the room and sees Barry on a ladder adjusting a light. A playful smile crosses her face.
Isn't that... is he still working here?
Savannah turns with a slight smile on her face.
Barry?
Girl, he was fun.
Evelyn takes hold of Savannah's hand.
Ooh, me and you tied up on that bed. Ooh, Lord, that boy took us to heaven.
They stand, staring at Barry's chiseled chest. Pow! Jonathan appears holding a large tapestry. Their daydreaming is over. Savannah quickly shakes off Evelyn's hand, then shushes Evelyn.
Where do you want this? Hey, Evelyn. It's been a while.
EVELYN's working at Mercy. This visit is about Mother. See them dollar signs in her eyeballs?
Savannah.
Oh.
Savannah looks back and forth between them.
Don't get any ideas.
Savannah points to the tapestry Jonathan is holding.
That goes in the left alcove.
Well, welcome back, Evelyn. I guess.
Jonathan walks away.
So, what's in the folder your mother showed me?
That's not going to happen. Just like Daddy, Mother will be buried at your husband's mortuary.
Bell Mortuary wouldn't exist without me. I made that place a lot of money.
Well, it's about to get some more.
Interior Patrick's guest house, living room, night. Neat bungalow-style home. Skeet Bell, black, 25, rebellious artist, sits on a leather couch playing a jazz riff on his electric guitar. He's really good. His cell phone rings. He picks up the phone on the table and sees Mom on the screen. He shakes his head no, tosses the phone back on the table and returns to playing his guitar. Exterior, car moving. At the same time, Evelyn leaves a voicemail message.
Skeet? Baby. I want to see you. Don't you think it's time you called me back? This isn't going to be easy.
Exterior, the Joneses' house, night. EVELYN walks on the cracked sidewalk toward the front steps. She stops, then looks around at the neighboring rickety homes with ignored lawns. The Joneses' house is no exception. Interior, the Joneses' house, dining room, night. The room is stark. Romaine places glasses of water on the table. EVELYN and Mr. Jones sit while Romaine paces back and forth with tears streaming down her face.
My mother's death wasn't an accident?
Romaine looks to her father. He quickly turns away.
The medical examiner is still making his assessment.
EVELYN glances inside the kitchen at the oven.
When you getting it back?
Mr. Jones, I wasn't able to find out when your wife's body will be returned. I'm just...
Just what?
Mr. Jones lifts his water glass, then takes a drink. EVELYN sees the burn mark on his forearm again.
When someone dies suddenly, like your wife...
You're not doing nothing.
It's protocol to rule out foul play. I thought it was important to reach out and see how you were doing.
Romaine sits down and nervously fidgets with the water glass.
I want to tell you something. When I was 10 years old, my parents took me to the doctor.
Stop it!
No! I don't care.
EVELYN's surprised by Romaine's forcefulness.
The doctor told me to lay down on the table. My mother made my father leave the room. The doctor got inside me, and my mother had this weird grin on her face, daring me to say something. He sat me up and went to wash the blood off of his glove. And when he held it up, he said he found something. He found a fingernail. He asked me what happened, and I looked at her, and I knew I was in trouble. So I said it was mine. I was afraid to tell the truth.
She pushes the glass of water to the side.
My mother raped me over and over again.
EVELYN's eyes widen.
And when I got older, she found other ways to abuse me and my father. Like slapping us out of our sleep.
Romaine looks over to her father.
She's dead now.
The room is quiet except for Romaine's sniffles. EVELYN notices a family picture on the wall over a buffet. Romaine looks about 10 years old. The only one smiling in the photo is Mrs. Jones. EVELYN takes hold of Romaine's hand. And Act 2. Act 3, exterior, Patrick's house, day. A beautiful, large, modern structure. Interior, Patrick's house, bedroom, day. Patrick is buttoning up his dress shirt in front of a mirror. In the reflection, he smiles as he sees Sean GUZMAN, 35, Spanish, walking out of an ensuite naked with a towel around his neck.
Work.
Sean grabs Patrick from behind and kisses him on the cheek.
You're wet.
They take a moment to look at the reflection.
She's not gonna make this easy.
What's the holdup?
I think this house may be on the line.
Sean pulls Patrick closer, then makes a fist.
Velvet or leather gloves?
And she's working again. At Mercy.
Mercy?
Sean starts laughing. Patrick relaxes his shoulders and laughs too. In the mirror, we see Sean's face turn to concern. Interior, Love Art Gallery, main room, day. SAVANNAH is unwrapping a newly delivered sculpture. She looks up and sees EVELYN headed her direction.
I've got work to do. I don't want to keep going over this.
Savannah, what's wrong with me making your mother happy? And taking care of business at the same time? I've got a job to do.
Exasperated, SAVANNAH turns her back and resumes unwrapping. EVELYN reaches inside her bag, pulls out a striped blanket, then holds it in front of SAVANNAH.
Do you remember when your mother gave this to me?
SAVANNAH takes hold of the precious blanket.
Oh, my God.
Of course. Dr. Love brought a lot of babies into this world. Some didn't make it. Even though I was only 17, I wanted it. She helped me put one foot in front of the other. Your mother was more than a doctor to me. She's accepted all of my imperfections ever since. I will love her forever. You can trust me, Savannah.
Savannah glides a hand over the blanket, then hands it back to Evelyn.
Come with me.
Interior, Love Art Gallery, alcove, office, continuous. Evelyn and Savannah enter. Jonathan sits at the desk. Savannah motions Jonathan to hand Evelyn the Dr. Love folder. Evelyn opens and pulls out a photograph. We don't see it.
Who is this? Wait a minute. Dr. Love?
Interior, medical examiner building, morgue, day. Nate examines photographs of Mrs. Jones' gruesome face pinned to a bulletin board. He hears a text alert, reaches inside his lab coat for his phone, then looks at the screen. A picture of Evelyn's hand holding a joint wrapped in pink paper appears. Any plans for tonight? A red lip emoji pops up. Nate smiles. Interior, Bell Mortuary, lobby, day. Patrick walks through the stately lobby and hallway talking on his phone. Exterior, car moving, same time. Savannah drives an expensive car while talking on her phone. Intercut phone conversation.
You have nothing to worry about. We're going to make sure your mother has homegoing is as special as your father's.
Well, I think we're taking another direction.
Exterior, Mercy Funeral Home, same time. Harvard and Zodiac unload a body bag from a van in front of a driveway.
We've decided to let Mercy take care of Mother's arrangements.
Mercy?
After talking with Evelyn.
Wait. You talked with Evelyn?
She approached me.
Listen, come on. We've been doing business with your family
I
for
understand,
years.
but...
Yeah, but what can we do?
I'm sorry. I have to go, but I hope you'll be able to attend Mother's celebration.
She quickly hangs up her phone. He stops dead in the hallway.
That bitch stole my body.
And Act 3. Act 4. Interior, Nate's apartment, bedroom, night. A half-smoked joint sits in a small round dish on the nightstand. Evelyn and Nate are cuddled up naked on the bed.
Did you always plan to come back?
Well, my son is here. It's where I built a business. For better or for worse, it's home.
Yeah, I mean, it never made sense to me that you'd...
Evelyn unravels out of their embrace, then turns to face Nate.
Burn down my house and kill the housekeeper?
Hey, I never believed that.
Huh. Well, some people do.
Well, good thing that fancy lawyer spoke up for you, huh?
Evelyn sits up, then tries to get out of the bed.
Yeah, well, this was a bad idea.
Nate puts a gentle hand on her waist, holding her back.
Hey, I don't care who you were fucking. He got you out of trouble.
Evelyn turns to Nate and explores his eyes for sincerity. She lays back in his arms.
Yeah. I've disappointed people.
Nate turns away, facing the ceiling.
Probably shouldn't tell you
What's
this,
wrong?
but... Well, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but... I don't think you'll be getting Mrs. Jones' body back anytime soon.
Don't think she tripped, huh?
Accidental force doesn't match my forensics.
Evelyn rolls over, her turn to stare at the ceiling.
I visited the family. It was miserable. She was an abusive wretch. If someone hurt my skeet, I don't know what I would do. They barely have a pot to piss in. Family was ruined a long time ago.
Abusive, huh?
Sometimes our jobs can be real shitty.
Evelyn rolls on top of Nate.
You know this never happened, right?
And starts nibbling his neck.
Yeah, it's about to never happen again.
Interior Mercy planning office day. Evelyn admires her new desk and chair. She places an empty bowl in front of her, then unfolds a paper bag, and she pours very fancy candy. Kenya walks in.
We barely got a body, and you're already spending money.
This room is a key investment.
Kenya's eyes roll into take charge mode.
Okay, now that we have Dr. Love, I'm thinking a super classy ceremony. Choir, doves, an amazing procession.
Evelyn's fingers drum across Dr. Love's folder sitting on the desk.
Yeah, I can do anything, but Dr. Love is a special situation.
I know that. We need to...
Harvard explodes into the room.
We got her back.
What are you talking about?
Mrs. Jones, they just dropped her off. Medical examiner ruled it an accident.
Kenya takes mental notes as Harvard fist bumps Evelyn.
I don't know how you did it, but...
As Evelyn watches Harvard and Kenya grab a piece of candy from the bowl as they exit, she hears an alert on her phone. She looks at a text from Nate. You're right. Our jobs can be shitty. Interior, Mercy, planning office, night. Evelyn, Romaine, and Mr. Jones sit at the conference table. Romaine slides the family picture that was hanging in their home across the table toward Evelyn.
We need a couple days to make her look presentable.
Evelyn looks down at the picture with a hint of disgust.
As far as a service...
Not paying for all that.
No service? Okay. Let's discuss the burial plot.
Romaine and her father look at each other, nodding their heads no.
The cemetery requires payment up front.
We don't have that. We gotta figure something out.
I can work with you on this.
Whatever you come up with is going to be more than what we got.
Evelyn stares back at the picture. The room goes silent.
I got an idea.
She slides the picture back to Romaine. Interior, Mercy, cremation room later. Evelyn watches Harvard and Zodiac transfer Mrs. Jones' body into a cardboard box in front of the cremation chamber.
Oh, come on. I would have had her looking like a black Marilyn Monroe.
Shh. I'll make it up to you.
Evelyn goes to the entrance door, then leads Romaine and her father into the room toward the cremator. Harvard and Zodiac place the lid on the box. Harvard adjusts the temperature on the cremator. As he reaches to turn it on...
wait.
Evelyn guides Romaine closer, then waves Harvard to step aside.
Go ahead.
Romaine slowly lifts her hand, then precisely pushes the cremator on button. Flames erupt inside. Harvard and Zodiac push Mrs. Jones inside. We see the flames reflected in Romaine's eyes. End Act 4. Act 5. Interior, Pierre's Jazz Club, main room, day. An elegant nightclub. Eclectic workers set up tables and stock the bar, while a jazz trio practices in the center of the room. Evelyn approaches Pierre Saint, black, 65, intriguing, standing over a cocktail table, organizing votive candles.
Pierre? I'm Evelyn Bell, on behalf of Dr. Love.
Pierre slowly absorbs Evelyn.
The Evelyn Bell.
You know me?
Dr. Love was family. At Pierre's, we make it a point to share who we care about.
Evelyn's eyes mist. Pierre motions Evelyn to sit down.
There's no question our world shifted with Dr. Love's passing. How can I help you?
Evelyn reaches in her bag, pulls out the photograph of Dr. Love, then hands it to Pierre. We still don't see it. Pierre smiles fondly. Interior, Patrick's guest house, kitchen day. Skeet is prepping meal kits of diced chicken breast, yams, and broccoli. He's distracted by loud, continuous knocking. Interior, Patrick's guest house, foyer, continuous. Skeet walks up to the front door, then looks out the window.
Open the goddamn door.
He opens the door, and Evelyn pushes him aside and marches right into the interior Patrick's guest house, living room, continuous. Skeet chases Evelyn.
Ma, what are you doing here? Pops is gonna be pissed.
Visiting? I'm not worried about your father.
Skeet watches his mother walk around, checking out the space.
Yeah? You suddenly appear in town and think everything's gonna be all right?
I told you. I needed time for myself.
Oh, for yourself. Sounds about right. Ma, you got people talking all kinds of things about you.
Evelyn puts a stop it hand up as she lands in front of Skeet's guitar sitting on a stand. She runs her hand along its neck and strings.
So, how's the music?
Like anyone cares.
Huh. Your father got you busy at the mortuary, I take it.
Homeboy ain't too happy about your Savannah Ross move.
She puts a "don't leave me hanging" fist up. They grin as he bumps it. Evelyn walks over to a shelving unit with several potted plants and browses them.
Well, I could use your help with that.
Yeah?
Evelyn cradles one of the plants in her arm.
Hey,
My
be careful with
place
that.
could use some sprucing up.
The fuck? Not Lenny Kravitz.
Evelyn chuckles, caresses her new plant, then turns to walk out the room. Skeet chases.
So you're just gonna roll up in here and start taking stuff?
As she stomps out the room,
And answer the damn phone when your mother calls.
the front door slams shut. Interior Mercy Funeral Home lobby, day. Jonathan hands Evelyn, who's holding the Dr. Love folder, a garment bag. Zodiac walks up.
What is up, Miss Evelyn?
Dr. Love's family has a special project.
She shows Zodiac the photograph. We don't see it, then gives him a "you up for it" face.
Oh, hell yeah!
Evelyn passes the bag to Zodiac. Interior, Love Art Gallery, and entrance night. Barry places a large formal portrait of Dr. Love on an easel. Interior, Love Art Gallery, main room, continuous. Ornate flowers are being delivered. Caterers are organizing gourmet food and drink stations. Skeet, Pierre, and other staff from Pierre's Jazz Club are arranging musical equipment. Harvard and Kenya look on as Zodiac is bent over an ornate casket doing final touch-ups on Dr. Love. We still don't see the face or body. Zodiac stands upright, then gives a thumbs up. Interior, Love Art Gallery, alcove, office, continuous. Evelyn watches a stressed-out Savannah rehearsing her mother's eulogy.
My mother showed me a picture. No, wait. It was 5 years ago when my mother... How can I do this?
Try to be yourself.
Do you understand who's in the crowd and what I'm going through?
Believe me, I know this crowd. Come on now. You need to see her.
Whose idea was this anyway?
Your mother's.
This is your fault. You just want to be the funeral queen.
I am the funeral queen.
Savannah sneers.
I know this isn't what you wanted, but this isn't about you.
Excuse me?
Savannah nervously fidgets with one of her pearl earrings.
Those are beautiful.
She gave them to me for my 21st birthday. How am I supposed to explain a part of my mother's life that nobody knew?
You don't have to. Dr. Love touched so many people, and not just as a birthing doctor. The women's shelter downtown, the teen center. Well, she brought a lot of lives into this world, and she saved a lot of lives. And her jazz family helped when she was sick. Your mother's complete life will be honored tonight. Listen, there's no shame. You have every reason to be proud.
Savannah wipes away tears.
She'll always be with you.
Why do people always say that?
Evelyn puts her arm inside Savannah's.
You ready?
Interior, Love Art Gallery, main room, continuous. Evelyn escorts Savannah and Jonathan toward the casket. Zodiac strains, watching Savannah scan the tuxedo-clad body. Her eyes land on her mother's masculine-fashioned face. The handsomely beautiful Dr. Love is revealed. Her wish of being laid to rest as a man has been fulfilled. Savannah turns around to see her husband and the Mercy team waiting for her reaction. She turns back to her mother as a man, removes her pearl earrings, reaches inside the casket, then casually punches them into her mother's earlobes.
Perfect.
Everyone is stunned. She looks around her gallery that's been transformed into an elegant jazz club.
Let's do this.
Begin montage. Well-heeled mourners arrive. They sway to the live music performed by SKEET and the Drag King band members. Watch and whisper as Dr. Love's friends, a couple dozen performance artists, drag kings impeccably dressed in tuxedos, circulate the room. Grab drinks and hors d'oeuvres from waiters, line up to view Dr. Love's body. Facial expressions range from between adoring, sadness, and confusion. Look at art and each other. Harvard and Kenya stand next to each other.
Are you kidding me? A party with a dead body in the middle of it?
Pay attention, baby. This is going to put Mercy on the map.
Kenya rolls her eyes over to Evelyn and SKEET walking out of an alcove. A fuming Patrick beelines his way through the crowd towards them. He's stopped in his tracks as Savannah, with Jonathan, grabs and hugs him.
Patrick, you're here.
Patrick looks over at Evelyn with a "I'll deal with you later" look. Evelyn gives 0 fucks and keeps it moving. Interior, Love Art Gallery, center of the room. Later, the crowd surrounds the casket. Pierre stands next to it.
I'd now like to invite Dr. Love's daughter, Savannah, to say a few words.
Savannah nervously emerges, feeling all eyes on her.
After my father died, my mother showed me a picture of a finely dressed black man sitting on a park bench. She said, "I want the world to see me as they see him." She asked if I understood. The truth is, I did. I know my mother's soul. We fought about it. She was adamant. She said, "I've lived my whole life as someone else. And I'm determined to be me."
Savannah begins to break down. Her eyes search for Evelyn in the crowd. Evelyn approaches and hugs her.
Let me. Dr. Love, in all her true self-glory, what an honor for all of us. Thank you for showing us the way to a meaningful life is to unapologetically expose our true selves. You're complete. We are forever grateful.
As the crowd applauds, Evelyn circles, menacingly connecting eyes with the townfolk.
Why is it so hard to show the world who we really are? Are we afraid of being judged? Oh, you don't want to be unfairly rejected? Maybe there's something in your past you're ashamed of. You know, a secret. I was forced to leave Denver. People had made up their minds about me and didn't want to hear anything different. Dr. Love asked me to come back. She wanted me to make sure her life was honored the way she wanted it to be. She told me, "This is my home. This is where I belong."
Kenya elbows Harvard.
She's back all right.
Despite our fears, our weaknesses, and yes, our skeletons, isn't it time we all stopped judging? Do we want to be in control of our fate or at the mercy of our insecurities? In the end, our truths will come out.
Interior Love Art Gallery bar later. Evelyn takes a sip of a cocktail, taking in her success. Patrick's hand cuffs the back of her neck. She closes her eyes and takes a deep, sensual inhale.
I love that scent on you. Now get your hand off me.
Patrick leans in. His lips graze her ear.
You won't do this to me again.
I'm just getting started.
Suddenly, Skeet squeezes between them and side-eyes them to cut the crap.
Pops, come with me.
As Patrick and Skeet walk away, a text alert buzzes. Evelyn grabs her phone inside her handbag and reads a text message from Nate. "We need to talk. Come over now." Interior, Nate's apartment, living room, night. Nate opens the door. Evelyn enters.
Oh my God, what a night.
She goes in for a hug, but he pushes back.
I just got back from the field. Police called.
Oh, got a body for me?
I was at the Joneses' house.
The Joneses?
Mr. Jones is dead. No accident. His head was bashed in with a table lamp.
What about Romaine?
Police are looking for her. She's their number one.
Romaine killed her father?
They got questions about Mrs. Jones. Got to exhume her body and do a new report.
Nate, we cremated Mr. Jones.
You did what?
Well, you cleared her.
I did what you wanted me to do. That family was ruined a long time ago, remember?
Hey, Nate, you're the ME. You made the call. Mrs. Jones' death was an accident.
She grabs him by his arms.
Hey, are you in trouble?
He takes hold of her.
No, Evelyn. We're in trouble.
End of pilot.
shit. Wait, hold on. That's working? There we go. Give him a Where we at? There we go. Oh my God. You see what I said? Local Denver talent. Give it on up. You guys deserve the hand clap of the year. Give it on up for this wonderful, wonderful show by Harold Abrams. Grave Affairs. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Call to Adventure Media. SeriesFest. We love you guys. Thank you so much for having us. We hope you had a great time. Thank you.